And motorists should brace for another oil price hike expected next week. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin the newscast with the preparations for the inauguration of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte in Davao City tomorrow. She says she plans to deliver a very short inaugural speech. Marian Enriquez with the details.
A day before her oath-taking, Vice President-elect Sara Duterte's schedule was jam-packed. Inday Sara met with different foreign dignitaries, politicians, and her parallel support groups. She even took time to meet her supporters and take selfies outside the Davao City Hall. Duterte said her inauguration speech, which she personally wrote, will be very short.
Ang speech ay intended to be short kasi unpredictable ang weather. Hindi natin siya ma-predict by the second. It will just be rallying the entire country to what we should do and focus on.
The incoming VP added that her mother, Elizabeth Zimmerman, will be the one to stand beside her and hold the Bible during her oath-taking. Incoming Vice President Sara Duterte has confirmed that President-elect Bongbong Marcos will attend her inauguration this Sunday. Her father, President Rodrigo Duterte, has earlier confirmed his attendance as well. And this will be the first time the two will be seen together in a public gathering. Mayor Sara also said that she will likely allot more of her time at the Education Department as its secretary, hoping to address some of the issues that have been hounding learners amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tatlo yun. Unang-una, yung effect ng pandemic sa ating mga learners and sa sobrang tagal nila na hindi nag-face-to-face classes. Pangalawa, the question on sending them all back to school, face-to-face classes, full on face-to-face classes. And then number three, thorough discussion on the K-12 program.
Within her first 100 days in office, Duterte said they will focus on discussing the 2023 budget and face-to-face classes. As for her office as Vice President, Sara said there will be satellite offices, 6 of which are already present. They're also looking at having a permanent address that will also benefit future VPs.
So the singular legacy that we want to leave after 6 years is a permanent residence for the future vice presidents.
The Vice President-elect's inauguration will take place at the San Pedro Square in Davao City on Sunday. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Thousands of uniformed personnel have been deployed by the Davao Police ahead of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte's inauguration tomorrow. DCPO spokesperson Police Major Maria Teresita Gaspan said that over 4,000 officers will secure the inauguration. She added that several visitors are already in the city and all VIPs were provided with protocol officers. Gaspan also said that the atmosphere in Davao is generally peaceful and no direct threats were reported so far.
All set na po, no? Wholly prepared na ang Davao City Police Office at ang buong pwersa ng Police Regional Office 11 at ang counterparts natin ng mga Armed Forces of the Philippines and other members from the security clusters.
Meanwhile, President-elect Bongbong Marcos has named more nominees to his cabinet. Former BIR Deputy Commissioner Lilia Guillermo will lead the Bureau of Internal Revenue under the Marcos administration. Joining her at the BIR is Romeo Lumagi Jr., who will become the agency's Deputy Commissioner for Operations. Meanwhile, retired PNP Deputy Director General Ricardo De Leon will head the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Health Department has yet again recorded an uptick in the number of COVID-19 infections in the country. JC Cosico has the report.
The average daily COVID-19 cases nationwide is now at 350, an at least 50% jump from the previous week. The Health Department attributed this increase to a number of factors. These include the entry of Omicron subvariants in the country, increased mobility, and waning immunity of vaccinated individuals. If the uptrend continues, DOH projects up to 1,200 daily cases by end June.
Kailangan nga natin i-prevent na mangyari yan because these projections naman are not cast in stone. Gusto lang ho natin makapag-prepare ng ating mga ospital, ng ating local governments so that we can prevent further transmission.
Health spokesperson Maria Rosario Vergere, however, clarified that the uptake is still not significant as hospitalization rate remains low. But in some areas of Metro Manila, Caraga Region and Calabarzon, healthcare utilization rates are increasing. In NCR alone, average daily infections rose from 102 last week to 170. With this, the DOH once again renewed its call to the public to get jabbed and boosted. According to Vergere, second booster uptakes have remained low since April.
Pag tinignan po natin ito, ikukumpara natin dun sa eligible na pwedeng makatanggap nito, medyo mababa pa ho ito. We are trying to double our efforts para po especially our vulnerable itong mga populasyon na to, mabigyan po natin itong pangalawang booster shots.
Meanwhile, the booster rollout for children aged 12 to 17 is expected to start next week once the guidelines are released. The Health Technology Assessment Council has previously submitted its recommendations.
Once the Department of Health, through the Secretary of Health, approves the recommendations of the Health Technology Assessment Council, the DOH would now draft the guidelines on how we are going to implement these booster doses for 12 to 17 years old. So ito po ang ating parang inaantay na key factor.
For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Another oil price hike is expected in the coming week. Unioil projects that the prices of diesel would increase by up to 2 pesos and 60 centavos per liter. It adds that gasoline prices are likewise expected to rise by up to 60 centavos. The rising fuel prices have been attributed to the European Union's partial ban on imports from Russia and the easing of COVID-19 restrictions in China. The NU Lady Bulldogs strike first in the UAAP Season 84 Women's Volleyball Finals as they take down the DLSU Lady Spikers in straight sets. The Lady Bulldogs, who have yet to lose a single game in the season, showed another masterful outing against the Lady Spikers. Leading the charge was NU's super rookie, Bella Belen, who finished with 15 points and built on 11 attacks, 2 blocks, and 2 aces. NU will look to secure their first championship since 1957 in Game 2, which is set on Tuesday. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.